Hello friends, Tuesday, June 14th here in New York City. We're on 5th Avenue and 91st Street, Museum Mile, because it is the 2022 Museum Mile Festival. So a big stretch of 5th Avenue is closed to traffic, and a number of the museums along 5th Avenue, which gives it the name Museum Mile, are doing events for the public. They're open to the public, doing music, activities. To be honest, I don't even know. We're going to find out. But step one is, so we're at 91st Street. We're going to walk north to 110, and then we're going to work our way back down from 110 to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which is at 82nd. So we're going to try to see everything, and along the way we'll see, some music, and then when we come back we'll probably see different bands and different things, so it should be fun. Joining me is Lisa.
Hello.
Hello, Lisa. Hello, friends. Let us know where you're watching from. I saw County Claire was in attendance. Hello. And it's a beautiful day. It is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so what is that, like 24 something Celsius? Nice warm summer day. This is the Jewish Museum. Looks like the kids have some drawing over there. Drawing animals at the Jewish Museum with some great music. We'll see them again when we make our return trip.
Indeed.
It's a gorgeous night. And we get 5th Avenue.
We love a good street closing.
Central Park to our left.
I don't know.
Lovely out, huh?
I need to step away for a moment and make a work call. So let me give you my microphone.
Okay. See you in a bit. So we're going to continue making our way north along 5th Avenue, which is ostensibly closed to traffic, but I guess if somebody was parked here, they're trying to make their way out. Here's some of the beautiful mansions along 5th Avenue. So there's a ton of museums. Again, give it the name Museum Mile. Some of the ones I know that have events today: Metropolitan Museum of Art, Guggenheim, Jewish Museum, which we saw, Museo del Barrio, Museum of the City in New York, and where we're headed now, the Africa Center at 110th Street. Along the way, we will see Conservatory Garden and Harlem Meer, which are two of my favorite sites in Central Park. If you've never heard of Conservatory Garden, I really recommend, we'll show you in a minute, but I recommend adding it to your travel plans. It's this gorgeous series of gardens in Central Park, and because it's pretty far north, people don't always go. So you often have the gardens almost to yourself. And Harlem Meer, it's this beautiful lake, the very northeast tip of Central Park. And there's been amazing wildlife there recently. A lot of the birds visit this time of year. maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see some of them as well. It's so much fun to have Fifth Avenue almost exclusively to ourselves. Looks like past this point it is not close to traffic, so I'll have to be on the sidewalk. Boo-hoo. Mr. Softy's here. Maybe we'll be getting one after dinner tonight. Central Park is looking incredible, lush and green. Coming up on 97th Street and 5th Avenue. So we make our way towards 110th. Central Park on our left. Got the north lawns up here. There's baseball fields and lots of places to picnic. See people playing games if you look in there. I'm excited to get to 110th Street because I know there's going to be some really good music. But I'm curious what will be happening at Museo del Barrio and the Museum of the City of New York. We'll find out what activities they have going on. Again, it's 2022 Museum Mile Festival. Number of museums along 5th Avenue from 82nd, which is the Met, to 110th Street, which is the Africa Center, open to the public. Have family events going on. We already saw some music at the Jewish Museum. And we're going to see what else we can find. Lots of people out. It's a really lovely afternoon. It is 80 degrees in New York, but it's shady where we are right now, thanks to the trees and New York's famous scaffolding. This is a big medical center area. Mount Sinai, where we are right now. In fact, there's a sign coming up which shows the Mount Sinai campus. It's gigantic. See some of the historic 5th Avenue architecture. Really gorgeous. Some of the playgrounds in Central Park. Beautiful afternoon here in New York City. You can see some of the art inside of the Mount Sinai complex. Won't be reading that out loud, but I loved that guy's t-shirt. Coming up on 101st Street. And Lisa's back.
I don't know how to turn it on though.
Let me get her mic situated. You might hear a little rustling as she puts it on.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Let us know if there's any problem. Whew.
And do let us know where you're watching from. We always love to know.
So what did I miss?
We've just been walking along Fifth Avenue. We saw the playgrounds and some of the lawns in Central Park. We're looking for our next museums as we make our way to 110, and it does look like the streets are now blocked again. It's very weird how like 5 of the blocks are open.
Oh really? I missed that because I was not paying attention.
Until now they've been open, so let's get back into the street. Oh well. Oh, it's a beautiful afternoon, isn't it? It's supposed to be, 80 something degrees, but we have such nice shade.
The shade makes a huge difference, and there is a light breeze, which is
always
always
nice. A little
nice.
bit of a breeze.
Yep.
This is the New York Academy of Medicine. Beautiful architecture. Say hello to Lisa. Hello. And here we are, our next museum, Museum of the City of New York. So we're going to make our way up to 110th Street, then we'll work our way down. We kind of started in the middle, which is a weird place, but we get the lay of the land. So we'll see what's happening here at the Museum of the City of New York. Then there's Museo del Barrio, and then the Africa Center at 110. We're also coming up on Conservatory Garden and Harlem Meer, 2 of my favorite places in Central Park. So in fact, we might pop in, take a quick look at those, walk along Harlem Meer to 110, and then we'll come down 5th. How's that sound?
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
That way we won't repeat ourselves too much.
Looks like they're having giveaways and stuff.
Oh, nice. So it's, what would you say it is, 6:30 now, something like that?
It is exactly 6:30.
So this is going on till 9. So we're going to hop into Central Park for a minute as we walk up to 110, and then we'll come back down, and there will still be events all night long. So I don't think we're going to miss anything, but when in Rome, must see Conservatory Garden, must see Harlem Meer. This is fun. Look how many people are out. So this is again the 2022 Museum Mile Festival. Lots of live music, lots of things going on.
Nice
This is at the
band over
Museo del Barrio. Lots of kids' activities. You've got painting, music, live band. Awesome. On our left, a little detour. Conservatory Garden, one of my favorite places in New York City. Central Park probably my favorite place, and this is one of my favorite places in Central Park. Very popular dog over here. So, Conservatory Garden is 3 gardens in different styles of formal gardens. One of them is still under, they've been doing some work on it. So only 2 of them are open right now. But it's so stunning, isn't it? It's so green and lush.
I always think of this as like one of the secret gardens in the park.
Yeah, this is like often as busy as it gets, which is crazy. The northern part of Central Park is just not terribly busy. Gregory Kelly's here. Hello.
Hi, Gregory.
Unexpected surprise to see you live during the week, says Gregory. Yeah, we were supposed to, we've made our Sunday live streams a little bit of a ritual, but we were in upstate New York this weekend for a wedding. Knock on wood, we remain safe and healthy, but it precluded us from our typical Sunday live stream. We saw this event was going on.
Seemed like a good chance to hop on and get at least one of our weekly chats going with everyone.
We're probably buffering right now. FYI. I see. I can see the chat this time. Except we're buffer. Elaine is here. Hello, Elaine. We're going to keep moving and hopefully get a signal. Will you say in the chat we're going to keep moving and try to get a stronger signal, if you wouldn't mind? Yeah, Gregory, it's just incredible here. If you go back into my older videos, there's amazing cherry blossoms and flowers at different seasons. I would say the predominant color right now is green.
Yep. Over in this area, there were some really pretty blue flowers in one of your videos.
Yep. Check out these. Just beautiful. And to give everybody a sneak peek, I was at the Brooklyn Botanic Garden today. So we'll have many, many, many more flowers in our near future. Uh-oh, my gate is closed. Let's try the other one. Going to try to make our way over to Harlem Meer as we continue working our way towards 110th Street and the Africa Center, which will be our starting point for the Museum Mile Festival. We found our exit. I wonder why they kept the other gate closed.
No idea.
So we'll walk along Harlem Meer, and then we'll exit the park at 110, which is Duke Ellington Plaza with that amazing statue of Duke Ellington. And we'll be at 110th Street in the Africa Center, which will be our start of the Museum Mile Festival. So this is the southern tip of the Harlem Meer, where we're going to walk in. Lisa's taking some pictures. There's been, if you look up Harlem Meer on like Instagram, there's been some amazing bird sightings recently. Gregory says, is the Museum Mile Festival a yearly event? I've never heard of it. I think it is, but a lot of things, were on hiatus during COVID and are just now beginning to come back. So I don't know if it was held last year. I don't recall. I know it has been held in the past. But as events start to come back, we thought this sounded like a pretty interesting one.
Yes, from what I'm seeing, it's called the annual Museum Mile Festival, so.
And does it say when the first one was held? Like how many years?
It's unfortunately not like a history. Oh, here we go. The Museum Mile Festival is back after a 2-year hiatus for its 44th edition.
44 years, wow. Well, there you go, Gregory. Do you have the list up
What list?
of museums?
Oh.
Because I can read off the ones I think are holding something. You can tell me if I've missed anything. There's going to be tons of live music, so I'm not going to bother muting today. This is going to be a copyright catastrophe live stream.
It says, excuse me, it says
So I think, here's the list I think. You tell me if I missed anything.
eight museums are participating.
Okay, the Africa Center.
It's not like a list, so it's going to be hard for me to say. Yes, yes,
Museo del Barrio.
yes,
Museum of the City of New York.
yes,
Jewish Museum.
yes,
Cooper Hewitt.
yes,
Guggenheim.
yes,
I think there's one more like off the beaten path one, Neue.
yes.
And
You're missing 2.
the Met.
You're missing one more.
What am I missing?
Smithsonian Design Museum.
Isn't that Cooper Hewitt? Or does that
I
count
guess,
as a different one?
I guess so. The way they have it listed, it looks like a separate one, but maybe you're right. Let me count. 1, 2, 3,
Watch out.
4. Yep, you're right. They just didn't write it very clearly.
Gregory says, thank you, Wiki Lisa. Absolutely.
I am here to serve.
Look how beautiful the Harlem Meer is. I think, if you've never been, make sure it's on your list.
The water looks particularly high today. I don't know. Does it seem higher to you?
Yeah. I think sometimes you see like the mud there. They've been doing all sorts of construction and stuff. Maybe they're messing around with
I think we could see some turtles. Their little
poking their heads out.
Peeking out.
how many there are. There's tons. And we've made it to Duke Ellington Plaza, 110th Street, the Africa Center. We'll go take a look at the Duke Ellington statue and then check out the music here at the Africa Center. Video coming in reasonable. Summer day, we got the helado carts. So here we are at Duke Ellington Plaza. And in this area, 110th Street's also known as Tito Puente Way. Awesome.
It's a great statue with the piano and everything.
Isn't that awesome? It's one of my favorites. And then on the other side of Central Park, 110th, Central Park West, is Frederick Douglass Plaza, with a great statue of Frederick Douglass and a water wall. I have a video of Central Park West recently, so if you want to check that out, feel free.
I want to show how we go. Ka, 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 I see you. Who knows some Afro-Cuban or some in New York we call it salsa, right? Who knows some salsa dancing? Let me see what's your tap.
That's awesome, Gregory. That would be so much fun.
Africa for the whole world, right? See, Pan Africa, oye, Kumu Kakana Mote, Pan Africa, oye, Africa, yo. 1, 2, 3, Mokini, Mokima. Right, that's your part. Oh, Africa, yo. Africa,
Lisa, tell Gregory your salsa dancing joke.
It's my salsa dancing joke.
Man says to the group, "Welcome to salsa class."
No. And the woman,
Sheepishly puts her chips away.
yes.
Says there's
forgot
been a
about that.
terrible mistake.
That's the kind of salsa we partake in.
Authentic goods of West Africa. Check this out.
Wow, beautiful.
Really beautiful. Wasn't the music at the Africa Center not half bad?
Really good.
Look how many people have come out now. The city, I've probably said it on every single stream, but when you open the city up and let people roam it, it has such a different feeling, doesn't it?
Yep.
You see families, there's music. My view is every day on Fifth Avenue should look like this. And I think we'd all be better for it. JM says, "Where's Victor Cruz?" Who's Victor Cruz? So that was the Africa Center. Really good music. And African goods being sold. Up next, Museo del Barrio. We saw a little peek of it earlier before we popped into the Conservatory Gardens. So let's go check out what's happening there. It looks like tons of people have come out.
Yeah. I think it'll get busier and busier as we get closer to the Met, probably.
Oh yeah.
And the Guggenheim.
Yeah, this goes till 9, so it's entirely possible that, you know, some stuff is still coming out. If I owned a small business that was semi-mobile, I'd be hopping over to Fifth Avenue as quickly as I could, sell my stuff.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
Gregory says, why is it that everybody wants to walk in the street? Because it's great. And you don't get to do it all the time.
Just, I think we talked about it on a different live stream. It just gives you a different vantage point and different way to experience the city.
And look just how many more people. I mean, even on Fifth Avenue, which has pretty wide sidewalks, you're not going to get this many people out.
Yep.
It's just a totally different vibe, Gregory, and it's a really good one. But the city has been doing a lot of stuff recently. All the parades, a lot of street fairs, sometimes a street fair with a parade.
Yep.
So I think it's happening more and more, and I think as folks realize how nice it is, we'll see even more of it. At least I hope so. You can already hear the music.
Dog in a wagon.
Dog in a wagon. JM says, Victor Cruz, Super Bowl New York Giants receiver that danced the salsa in the end zone when he scored.
See, this is why I love these chats. We always learn so much. Now I need to look that up.
We'll look that up. That's awesome. Shows how plugged in I am. Not to vary. JM, maybe Victor will be here at the Museo del Barrio. Got some more really good music coming up. Real block party feeling.
Making jewelry there.
Lisa said we have some jewelry making over here. Let's see what other activities we have. Join the East Harlem tutoring program since 1958. That's awesome. Arts and crafts for the kids or the young at heart. Lots of people helping to volunteer from the Museo del Barrio. Up next, one of my favorite museums, I don't know about you, Museum of the City of New York.
It's a good one.
If you ever want to learn about New York City history, but they always have interesting exhibitions. You want to go get a t-shirt or something?
Let's check it out.
If they have a good tote bag, I'd be interested.
I'll go look.
Gregory says, many large cities in Europe have closed streets to traffic. Paris closed the Rue de Rivoli several years ago. Yeah, I think it's going to get, you know, in big cities. Maybe not every small town, but I think in big cities you're going to see more and more of it. And what you discover is stuff like this, where people really love it. And there's so much you can do when you open up that much
from their
space.
shop.
Oh, they put the shop outside. I thought they were silly me. So
Good prices though. They were on sale.
cool. So each museum's kind of doing its own thing. I know they're all open to the public. We can't film inside the museum, so we won't be doing that, but they're open to the public right now. So if you're in the New York City area, you should hop on over to your favorite museum on Museum Mile. And then like the Africa Center and Museo del Barrio, a lot of them have music and other things going on. I would say of the three that we've seen so far, as much as I love the Museum of the City of New York, bring
Not
out a
quite
band,
the same vibes.
maybe some activities, not a shop.
Yeah.
As much as I love them, very different experience than the first two. Such a beautiful night. So here we are, we're at 102nd Street, and the festival goes down to 82, which is the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So we got about a mile more to go, with stops along the way. And this is the stretch for a few blocks that is not closed to traffic.
I bet it's because of the hospital.
Yeah, that makes sense, but to be fair, you could have also, yeah, it is what it is. Indeed, that makes sense. So we'll be on the Central Park side this time. So up next would be the Jewish Museum, then Smithsonian
right.
Design, then the Guggenheim.
No, there's that one in between, isn't there? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Neue, I think, comes after.
Does it?
Yeah, that should be just before the Met. Neue, N-E-U-E. We were supposed to go recently, and upon arriving, discovered that tickets were required. And they were sold out for the day. So we need to go back one day.
Plan ahead.
Yeah. Our efforts at being spontaneous foiled.
It usually works out, but sometimes.
Not always. And that was the occasion where the security guard was not going to sneak us in. Making our way down Fifth Avenue. back in front of the Mount Sinai complex.
I'm meeting with my boss.
Central Park now on our right-hand side. Sun doesn't come down till about 8:15 these days, so it's bright and sunny inside the park still.
Oh, that? Whatever. Okay.
I just got done with my softball game. It's a nice playground.
Yeah, really nice. And as we peek into the park, you can see folks on the lawn, dogs on the lawn. Look at that dog running super fast, playing catch. I see some frisbee. Lots happening in the park today. It's so beautiful up here. Why don't we dip our heads in right here just so we can see the lawns. Look how beautiful this is. And there's a ton happening in Central Park right now. You have summer stage, so there's music. There's movies being held in Central Park, along with all the normal activities that you can do. Look at that dog go. A little frisbee in the distance. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Favorite place in the city. If you want to spend more time in Central Park, I posted a 2-hour walk throughout the park the other day. Just check out my video list for that. I really like that one. I tried to
That
cover
was a good one.
a lot of ground.
You went to some interesting spots.
Yeah, and I've been adding very detailed chapters. So if there's a particular part of Central, I didn't see every single thing in Central Park, but I saw a lot of it. And if you go in the description, there's timestamps. You can go right to the place you want to visit. So if you want to see like Belvedere Castle, you can just click on that, go right there. Hope you'll check it out. So we're at about 98th Street. I think we should require music every 5 blocks on Fifth Avenue. I think that would be a nice addition to the city. I don't know about you.
I remember when I did one of the races I did was, it's called the Rock and Roll Series, and one of the...
This is when you were qualifying for the New York City Marathon.
This was a separate one. This didn't count toward that, but one of the... excuse me. One of the features of those races is that they have live music
Oh yeah.
throughout, and I had that same thought where I wanted to see them more often.
Keeps you motivated.
Exactly.
So if you're new to the channel, we do walks all over New York City. Some coming up. Park Avenue, the Brooklyn Bridge, World Trade Center. And I have one I'm really excited to dig into the footage. I haven't started to edit it yet, but the Brooklyn Botanic Garden, because the roses are in bloom. So I'm very excited to share that one.
That's where you went today?
Yep. I think it's going to be super colorful, super vibrant. Hopefully that comes across. Classic J Lives here, hello. Thanks for being here. Let us know where you're watching from. We're making our way down Fifth Avenue here in New York City for the 44th annual, after
44th,
a 2-year
yes.
hiatus, 2022 Museum Mile Festival, where many of the museums along Fifth Avenue are open to the public and doing lots of outdoor events and activities. And I think the next museum on our list is the Jewish Museum.
I have a funny botanical garden story.
What is your funny botanical garden story? Is it Botanic Garden if it's Brooklyn and Botanical if it's the Bronx?
I said what I meant, botanical.
Okay.
I was in the Bronx.
Do you know if there is some party over there also? Like,
Yeah, it goes to 110
Yep.
and then down to
far away
82.
from here?
I mean, that's, it'll take you 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And like
Then down to 82, which is about the same distance.
So it's
You're kind of in the
more
middle.
close, right? Yeah.
But it'll be good. You'll see,
Something like
there'll be something again in like 5 blocks.
Yeah, there's something interesting in there.
There's music
There's
that
music.
way.
There's a couple different spots down there that have music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it far?
It's not too far. No.
You're kind of 15. You're kind of 15
You're kind
blocks
of right
in
in
both
the
directions.
middle.
You're kind of
so
right in the
either
middle
way,
right now.
you'll hit something.
You'll see something either way. Have fun.
So yes, I was in the Bronx Botanical Garden with a friend, and we were hopping on the tram, and one of the workers at the garden, you know, as he was sort of directing people to load onto the tram, was very New York. He
Yeah.
was like the New York guy, and he was describing the different times of year to come
Here, we can get back in the street.
with the different flowers, and he said, you come at this time, the tulips, boom. You come at this time, the roses, they're popping. And my
See?
friend Kim and I still bring that up occasionally. It
That's
was
the,
very funny.
That's the spice that,
Exactly, it was just,
perfect. Well, it turns out June is roses.
yeah, so whenever we see a particularly pretty flower, we usually go, whatever that flower is, roses, they're popping.
Last month was the cherry blossoms. Month before, I think Daffodil Hill was alive. Someday I'll commit these to memory so I know what to look for. It's a perfect day here in New York City. Summer day, so it is getting warmer, but we have a nice shade under the trees of Fifth Avenue and a little breeze, so I'm not complaining. Somebody was asking me about visiting New York City in late July, and I said, as long as you're prepared for the heat, it will be hot,
And-
hot.
And don't go in the subway.
Oh yeah, because it'll be 90 degrees outside, but somehow 110 degrees in
Yeah.
the...
I mean, we're all for public transportation, but just be prepared. If you don't have time to take the bus, just be prepared when you go into the subway. Once you're in a car, it's typically fine, but
Because it's air conditioned in the car, but not in the station.
yes.
Oh, I love this. Look, there's just hundreds of people enjoying the city. You've got the bridle path. So people are running up there. The video I posted this morning was of the reservoir and a little bit of the bridle path.
You've been liking the reservoir lately.
Love the reservoir. coming up to the Jewish Museum where there's literally hundreds of people standing.
Wow,
Here's some music.
so popular.
Let's find the music, let's find the activities. Let's see what's happening here at the Jewish Museum.
So many different types of music. It's so great.
We might be buffering it for I would say that is a yes. Switch to LT, see if that makes a difference. Can you say that? Sorry, folks. Working on the connection. Hello, Donna. Mind saying hi to Donna in the chat, since she might not be able to hear me. Let me, my last trick is VPN. Sorry for the connection issue, folks. I think if there's a ton of buffering, I always get a backup of the video and I can post the clean video. It's always sad that when we do that though, because we lose the chat. But at least that way you'll have a better listening experience. It's gone. It's not you, babe. It is the network.
Such a bummer because you want people to come. We want to see people, but when we do, it messes up.
Do you want
the
to turn your
buffering.
hotspot on? We'll try that. I guess that's my other idea. We'll try this. Doesn't look much better. I mean, the problem is when I use your hotspot and you're on it.
Should I get off?
I guess. But I think it just... I mean, there's a lot of people out too, so however many people are using that. All right, we made a last-ditch effort. I'm now using Lisa's network, just in case. It does seem a little bit improved. I apologize for all the hiccups. Streaming in New York City is no easy task.
I was saying it's so tricky because we love seeing so many people, but then it seems to really interfere with the buffering. The signal.
Chancing upon a marching band in the street. This is 90th Street. We're in next to the Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum. And it looks like a Pride marching band. And Donna, if you couldn't hear earlier, thank you for being here. Hello. We love your company. Thank you for all of your support. That's cool.
Beautiful umbrellas there.
It's amazing how much is going on. Trampoline. Hello. Cornhole. Putt-putt. And check out the street.
Lots of chalk art.
The street has been taken over by chalk. Coming up on the Guggenheim, one of my favorite museums, certainly one of my favorite buildings. Sign said, "All are welcome here." That's a message we can get behind. Sketch with Jeff, another art exhibit here at the Guggenheim, so kids can do some drawing. And we saw this person at the Easter Parade and Bonnet Festival. Looks like they're making sure this costume gets a workout.
It's a good one.
That's a great costume. Bumblebee? Best I could come up with. Huge lines at the Guggenheim. Normally, I forget the exact fee, but it costs money to go to the Guggenheim, and I guess tonight for the festival it's free, so long line of people trying to get in.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. So up next, Neue, followed by the Metropolitan Museum of Art, our favorite. We saw a really good exhibit at the Met recently. Fashion.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about that one?
Well, because they combined the period rooms that already exist as an exhibit in the museum and had...
Yeah, so those are like in the American wing, they have a room from, you know, literally somebody's living room or somebody's bedroom remade. So that's what's normally there.
And then for this exhibit, they asked film directors to create vignettes within each room. So it was, what I liked about it is it was like overlaying, you know, an exhibit on an exhibit. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, that was awesome. And it was like Francis Ford Coppola's vision.
Sofia Coppola, Martin Scorsese.
It was awesome. So this is the Neue. Do we see anything? Or is there participation? You get to go to the museum.
I think you get to go to the museum. It looks like there is a line.
A very long line, yep. Looks to me like it goes to the end of the block at least.
Too many people, even though we like that. Makes the stream difficult. It's a lot.
Gigantic line.
Really?
keep track of who are.
Yeah, what is that?
It's wrapped around.
Wow.
The line for the Neue.
She would want a different outfit with it.
So many people out to celebrate the Museum Mile Festival. Hundreds and hundreds of people, and the line at the Neue wraps around a New York City block. That's something. So I think what we'll do is we'll just post the recording.
Okay.
Sadly, we lose the chat. Best part of the stream.
It really is. Such a bummer when the connection doesn't cooperate with us.
Yep.
Do you know how many people I watched walk in that mud?
So we're coming up on the Met.
Another great exhibit.
Yeah, Winslow Homer Cross Currents.
They say it like that, but it's like an over-exaggerated.
Those are amazing paintings. Really ocean and fishing themed in the Americas. That was wonderful. And during the summer, Met has a bike valet, which is over here when it's open.
Looks like someone in a costume or something over
Yep,
here.
I see some costumes. I see some animals floating gracefully through the air.
Those are fun.
Reminds me of Where the Wild Things Roam.
Yeah. Where the wild things are, isn't that what it's called?
Oh, sure.
Oh, look, she's petting him. That's sweet.
Say hi to your dog. Is that your dog? What's his name? Oh, is that your buffalo? Oh, I'm sorry. Your buffalo? Is that your wife? She's beautiful. Buffalo. Hi, buffalo. Poking your eye.
I kind of poked it in the eye. It's not very nice. Not a nice thing to teach the children. Oh, this looks like a new
Yep.
exhibit.
Yep. Kimono style. Textiles from Japan. And one of our favorite things, the rooftop is open again.
Yes.
Rooftop season. You can go on
Never
top
get
of the
tired
Met.
of those views up there.
No, you can get a cocktail, a beer, snack, and check out some of the most incredible views in New York City. We will definitely be doing more of that soon. And that's another exhibit we saw recently, Fictions of Emancipation.
Yep, very good.
Incredible story told through sculpture. Very, very complicated and difficult racial history. Oof. So I think Lisa and I are going to say our goodbyes here from the Met. It is our dinner time.
It is indeed.
We do appreciate everybody who joined today. I very much apologize for the connection here towards the end. What I'm going to do is post a recorded copy of this so you won't have any of the buffering. Sadly, we will lose the chat, but when we do have chat, I do try to read them out loud, so hopefully we captured as much of that as possible. But I want to wish everybody a really beautiful New York City night, no matter where you are. Lisa?
Yes, thank you for being here. This is a fun one to see. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.